Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We're back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, it is episode 78, new figure pickups. And of course, it doesn't just have to be figures, it can be anything. And today, we do have a little bit of anything. I don't want to call it everything because it really is just anything. There is a couple of random things in here today that are quite new and unique, obviously, to this collection. And I'm going to show them off in the video here today. A couple of really random ones, and surprised that we are even going to show off a couple of these items just because they're just so odd. But either way, guys, we have a great episode here today. Some new figures that we already picked up this week. I've also got a couple of, like I said, random things. Good friend of mine, he does auctions and does stuff like that, bidding, all those deals there where they do like lots and stuff like that. So some of these items here today are actually from that. He got this whole lot. It wound up having some wrestling stuff in it, so I took what was there. We came to a deal on that. Some of it will be going up on the MERCARI. A couple of items are going to be going into the collection, as well as another little order that we just had. I say little order, but 131 loose figures just came in yesterday. Those are going to get cleaned up, pictures taken, and posted, listed on the MERCARI page as well. So be looking for those. Those will be very soon to be up on the store page. But here today, we're going to jump into it. It's episode 78. We're going to start off with the randoms, the weirds, the oddities, and not the group. We're not talking the oddities. We're not talking the ones that we love so much in the wrestling world. Not those oddities. These are the oddities that are just too odd to even be in a group. They stand alone. They are their own thing. And this right here, this first item, is going to probably just set the tone for it all. And that is none other than this WrestleMania, I believe it is WrestleMania 30. If not, I think it might be WrestleMania 31 or 2 on this logo here. I always get them confused, but I think it is like right around that one, 31, 32. And this WrestleMania jar here, this mason jar, as you guys can see, it's actually plastic. And the lid is not a real mason jar lid. The center doesn't pop out. It doesn't have like a suction, ability to be pressed. I don't think you could boil this. Obviously, it would probably melt. So who knows? But either way, WrestleMania jar, mason jar, plastic. It is branded down the bottom, WWE. I mean, this is just a crazy little weird thing. But as you guys know, and as some of you on this channel may know, this is going to come quite in handy for somebody like myself because I got a little special something that I think is going to have to go in this jar, and that is going to stay in the collection for sure. But what a weird one that is, right? A WrestleMania mason jar. It's not even really a mason jar because it's not an actual mason jar. It's not glass. It doesn't have that lid. Yeah, I don't know. God only knows what WWE shop was selling that thing for. If it was anything more than $5, it's absolutely criminal. But I would imagine it was probably 10 to 15, and sometimes when you see a WrestleMania logo on something, who knows, you could tack another 5 on top of that. But up next, we have another very odd, different piece here. This is going to get added to the collection. This right here is a Stone Cold Steve Austin gingerbread Christmas ornament. And very cool piece. I've never seen these before. And of course, I was out of wrestling for quite some time. As a lot of you know, I say it all the time. There was a good 5-year span that I did not have anything to do with wrestling. It just wasn't, even a thought in my mind. But we did receive this Stone Cold. There's also a Matt and a Jeff Hardy of these. The Matt and Jeff Hardy are going to go up on the MERCARI store page. So going to get those up there, and plenty of time with Christmas. Feeling like a ways away, but it is the end of August. Before we know it, Christmas will be here. Halloween will be said and done. Thanksgiving will be said and done. Christmas and the New Year will be on the horizon very soon. So, Stone Cold Steve Austin gingerbread man Christmas ornament. How cool is that? Like I said, some oddities here, some different things. So, up next, I don't want to say that these are oddities by any means. I've never had a package of these. I saw them multiple times at Target. I think this is one of the spots that, Target was one of the places that had these often. But these are the I think it's Leaf. Is it Leaf? Is the company, right? Something like that. Leaf. Yeah, Leaf. Heroes of Wrestling 2023, one autograph card per box. And these are, like I said, something that I never really pictured to have in the collection. Just wasn't my... Oh, there we go. Now we're dropping things here. And we're back here. Let's get this all under control here. We got things flipping around, flopping around, cameras falling. Hey, you know what? It's all right. We're back. We got a little edit here. You know, I don't really like to do that, but there we go. We're all set. We're back, and we're good to go. Leaf Heroes of Wrestling 2023, one autograph card per box, including autographs of Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, Bret Hart, and Sasha Banks, and many more, plus a 10-card set per box. So, very cool. I don't know if that means you get an autograph card plus 10 cards or you get 9 cards plus an autographed card. Either way, very cool here. It is unopened. I am going to open this on the channel. We are going to show these cards on the channel live. And, hey, we'll see what happens. I mean, crazy. Imagine if we pull a Hulk Hogan trading card there with an autograph on it. How wild would that be, considering recent and unfortunate events? But needless to say, Leaf Heroes of Wrestling 2023. Can't wait to open these up on the channel. But again, you know, kind of an oddity, not something that I normally have here. Up next, we have something that we normally do. This is more of our speed when it comes to cards. We got 2 packs from that lot. 2021 trading cards, 7 cards per pack. So we got 14 cards here. And we're going to open these up on the channel as well. We're going to see what we get in these packs. Maybe we'll do all of it at once because there's only 10 cards in that other packaging. So maybe we'll open these and we'll open that all in one video. But very cool. 2021 trading cards. You know, obviously we're almost out of 2025. 5 years old basically at this point. So cool to open up something that's, you know, basically a half a decade old. So pretty cool there. We've also got these here. Brand new WWE game, Top Trumps. I don't know what this is, or presented by Top Trumps, the world's coolest card game. We'll probably open up one of these, and the other one will stay sealed, I guess. I'm not really 100% sure. Barnes & Noble on the back as an advertiser. I guess you can get these like carrying cases that they show on the back. Something different here. Like I said, I mean, these are definitely older. We got Edge, Batista, and Triple H. I mean, these look like they had to have been from maybe 2008, 2009. Is there a date on the back? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, maybe in this little fine print here. Hold on, guys. I gotta bring it close. You know what I mean? I gotta get a little bit closer here. My eyes on what they used to be. Let's see. Can I even see that? 2009. There we go. I mean, hey, pretty much spot on. How do you go missing on that when you start seeing these people in the way that they're branded? You know what I mean? I'm just looking at that Triple H in the background there. If you guys can get a better look at that there, that Triple H back there. I was like, it's looking like a 2009 Triple H, but we got Edge and Batista in front of him there. But like I said, this is something cool. We'll open that up probably with those other cards. That'll all be one video just to, you know, make something of it there. So up next, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this video here now. So let's get into it. Let's do it. If you guys are watching my shorts on the channel, you guys already know I love doing those short clips. Little something that's just fun, you know, adding some entrance music to a figure in the video, spinning around, kind of showing off the packaging and whatnot. And we just showed this one off only the other day. Legends of Professional Wrestling. This is a limited edition variant, and it is none other than Jim Cornette. Now, I don't know how many they have. I know the ones I've seen, they have a Christmas version of Jim Cornette. He comes with an actual Santa hat on. They've also got another red and green version of him that's not considered a Christmas variant. There is this pink that he's wearing here. He also has a darker pink with black pants. He also has a red top with black pants. That was an exclusive there when he came with the other, it was a 4-pack. It was Jim Cornette, and I can't remember if it was the Heavenly Bodies or, I might be wrong on that. I can't remember 100% who else was in it. I think it might have been the Heavenly Bodies and one other person. I'm not 100% sure on that, so please don't quote me, but I do know he was wearing red and black in that packaging. And I do believe he also had another 1 or 2 versions from Legends of Professional Wrestling here, this line. I think he also had one that was like a yellow and black, and I could be wrong He does have the bloody variant as well. So Jim Cornette getting a lot of love in the Legends of Professional Wrestling line. This is by FTC Figure Toy Company. They used to be based right out of Cranston, Rhode Island. I remember when I used to walk into their store, and oh god, I mean, if they saw me and my mother walk in there, they knew something was about to happen, because I drove my mother nuts when I was going just crazy with wrestling back then in those days. And when I walked in there, I mean, my mother was always very generous to allow me to get as much as I did in that store, and a lot of great figures that I purchased there. So this Jim Cornette, though, all these years later, I'm so excited to add this to the collection. And, I mean, of course, these came out, I think, around 2020. So, again, about 5 years old, going on 6 years old with some of these figures. So, very excited to add this to the collection. Jim Cornette needed to be in the collection, that's for sure. Now, my next thing is, do I go after that 4-pack with him, with those, like I said, I believe it is the Heavenly Bodies and one other guy that's in there. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, so I do apologize for that. But do I go after that? Do I also go after his WWF figure? I don't know. Jim Cornette needs to live on in this collection for a long, long time coming. Up next, we're going into the Elite line, WWE, Mattel. We got Tommaso Ciampa, and this is now like the 4th one of these figures that I've had. To make a long story short and funny, we ran into these on clearance. I wound up buying 3 of them. I was going to keep one and put the rest up on the MERCARI. And the original, and the reason why I was going to just keep one was because I didn't have it already, but I forgot that I had ordered it on Ringside. Wound up actually paying, I don't even know what they were on Ringside. I think they were like 17 on Ringside, 18 on Ringside at the time. So bought one for, a little bit more, bought a few for a little bit less. And now we've got 4 Tommaso Ciampas here. And I love this because obviously got the DIY on the jacket. We do have to get the Gargano. Hopefully very soon I'll get that into the collection as well and complete these tag teams. I got so many pieces of tag teams that need to be completed, so hopefully that will be soon and on the horizon. Up next, a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're buying these figures because of recent events. And I'll tell you what, you're half right, but you're half wrong. And that is Karrion Kross. And this figure here, I actually grabbed this past week for 2 reasons. One, it eluded me at the time, and I kept passing on it until it was finally gone. It was no longer warming the pegs at my store anyway. And of course now, with what is going on with him, do I believe it to be true? Do I believe it to be a work? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, there are some things that do lead me to think it's true, but I also think WWE is very smart. Hey, we don't want you to just go home and sit on the couch and come back in, 60, 90 days. We want you to go and do all these things that look like you're an independent wrestler. We're allowing you to do so. Go do them. Make the most of it. And, make all of the speculation just that much heavier. So this Karrion Kross here, Elite Series 93, another reason why, if there is a third, the attire and kind of what this was when he came to Raw, when he was doing his thing there. I didn't like this gimmick that they were trying to put on him, but I did want this in figure form because now we'll have this one here. I am planning to get his MLW Killer Kross figure. I think I'm going to grab that, and then once we get maybe a more updated, newer version of him, I think that will kind of complete the Karrion Krosses that we would need in the collection at that time or up to this point. So, Karrion Kross here, excited to add him to the collection. And again, I would love to continue to add, like I said, those other versions. Hopefully they will be easy to come across. I think that MLW figure, I'll be able to get my hands on that, but I'm not sure what we're going to see when it comes to a new version of him. Hopefully, like I said, something that's worth actually picking up. I would really like to see, this new look that he has now, the more of the newer gimmick. And I'm surprised that we didn't get more of it with some of the things that have been going on. He's consistently on TV. He does get a lot of screen time, so I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen that actually already before these events have taken place. So hopefully they're not true, because if they are, we'd be kind of out of luck as far as getting a newer version of Karrion Kross. And of course, you can always make a custom, but I always like to have the actual figures if possible. Up next, this one here, another one that I jumped on because between recent events and what's been going on, I did not want to let it go too long and then it be something where I say, I wish I didn't do that. I should have got it sooner. And that is none other than Zoe Stark. First time in the line Elite, and I did not see this in the store. I've never seen this figure in person, so we did turn to eBay, paid a little bit more than retail, and, you know, plus with shipping and everything else, almost, you know, probably almost double retail or close to double retail with shipping. But I did want to grab this. I'm not sure what her future holds in WWE. I'm not sure if she's going to be back or not. So I'd really like to, you know, at least have this. And as I always say, I like to get one of every female talent that is possible to even obtain. Sometimes, you know, a lot of these women do not get a figure. There's many women that have gone through the doors of professional wrestling and never received a figure, and very unfortunate. You know, I could probably name off a solid 5 or 10, 2 of which that I will name that I would say is probably the most iconic in my opinion is we never got a Jazz figure from back in the day. If you guys don't know who Jazz is, oh my god, go look her up. She was the original, in my opinion, the original powerhouse. I think she was, I could be wrong, I think she was around, maybe she wasn't around before China. I'm not sure. Maybe she was around before China. Man, that's going to have to be something I go back and really check out. But she, to me, was the original powerhouse as far as the females were concerned. And Jazz never got a figure. How unfortunate that was. And also, one other one that I'd really love to see is, and I don't want to say that she never got a figure, but maybe an update, a heavy update, was we never got a, see, now I'm going off because now it's like, all right, well, these people did get figures, so I'll tell you what, somebody else who didn't get a figure was Miss Jackie, and I'm not talking about Jacqueline, I'm talking about Miss Jackie with Charlie Haas. She never got herself a figure that I can remember. I'd also probably say that was one that I would have really liked to see as well, and it's, you know, just, it's unfortunate. You know, there's a lot of talent out there that never gets to this point, so I guess we gotta be grateful for the ones that we do get, right? So Zoe Stark, first time in the line, Elite. I'm going on too much. I'm starting to ramble. I'm getting a little too crazy over here with it, and we're gonna try to keep this video under 20 minutes. So up next, these came out of my buddy's lot there, and wound up actually deciding to keep them because I don't have them, and I said, you know what, let's just do it. And wow, I don't know if it's just because these packages are so much taller, but there we go. We'll try to get that into the frame. Mason Ryan, God, he was supposed to be like the next Batista. A lot of people kind of branded him as that. But Mason Ryan was also a part of the Nexus at one point, so I've been trying to get all the guys who were in the Nexus. So this is very cool to add to the collection. Definitely didn't expect to get this figure by any means, and like I said, when my buddy had this coming out of that lot that he won at the auction there, how crazy was that? I'm like, oh, I guess that's cool. We'll have to add that to the collection. Mason Ryan. The next one, same song and dance, same story, and that is none other than Hunico. And Hunico was also the evil Sin Cara at one point. It's so very cool to add this back to the collection. Thinking back to it when this figure originally came out, it's crazy to think how insane I went, you know, to get these figures and to bring them into the collection, and you know, hunting like absolutely crazy to get some of these guys. You know, Mason Ryan even being one of them because they were all first time in the line figures. So very cool. Hunico, you know, like I said, he was the evil Sin Cara. And so, again, I was originally going to put them up for sale, and then I said, whatever, I'm just going to hold on to them. They're something that I do want. I just didn't plan on getting them at this time. But hey, whatever, it is what it is, right? We'll have fun with it. Keep adding to the collection. Up next, we got the Amazon exclusive Ultimate Edition John Cena. This one just recently came out within the past, I think, couple of months. Very cool figure. We are going to open this up, pop the microphone out, and put a scratch logo microphone in there because that will make it 100% accurate, aside from, you know, a couple little minor details. But very cool here, this John Cena Ultimate. It is a great figure, and I was very happy to add this to the collection as well. And last but not least, and I'm going to show the outer package first because a lot of people were saying that they were getting damaged ones. And I guess I was fortunate to not be in that situation. We did get our Mattel Creations Ultimate Edition CM Punk, the Straight Edge Society, Straight Edge Hardcore CM Punk. As you can see here, this design, which was on the t-shirt. And Like I said, the box here, very nice. I didn't really get one with any real damage. A little nick right here in this corner, but nothing too serious. And with that, we are able to show you the CM Punk itself. I did take the title off his waist and I placed it down in the bottom like that. I think it displays better. You get a better look at it. But it is very cool. And it's funny because just right next to me, and, you know, forgive me for this being a little bit dirty. It hasn't gone through the cleaning process yet. But we bought this, obviously, for ourselves. And this figure here is the Ruthless Aggression ECW CM Punk that this Mattel Creations Punk is based off of. They also did make another version of this Ruthless Punk with a molded shirt like the one that comes with this Mattel version. And so you could have gotten both versions, or you could have got, you know, both versions to make the whole version from Jakks and those two figures. But very cool that this figure is what this figure is based off of. So as you guys can see there, that one just came in with our loose lot, so that will be up on our MERCARI very soon. But it is funny to think that, you know, I had that figure as well back in the day, and now we have it all the way down the road, you know, 15 years later, maybe even more. I mean, that CM Punk probably came out in, God, 2007, 8, maybe, somewhere in there. So it's crazy to think, you know, all of maybe even 17 years later, here we have it yet again, and a great version of it. The ECW, you know, display behind him in the package there, as well as the belt in the front. I think it looks much better in front there at the feet than it did around the waist. And if you can, you know, you can spin it around and get it off of him without even having to take him out of the package. So very cool figure here, CM Punk, Mattel Creations Ultimate Edition exclusive. And guys, this has yet again been another Figure Pickups episode. It's episode 78 or 79. I don't even know what I said. Either way, it's one of the two. It'll be on the title. It'll be in the description. It'll be all those great things. You'll know exactly what it is when you read it, when you see it, when you're here with me, as you always are. And I appreciate each and every single one of you for that. As always, guys, if you have not already, get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon if you want to hear and see from me every single day, because whether it's shorts, new figure pickups, figure hunts, or unboxing, reviews, anything under the sun, predictions videos, you already know what it is. It's here and it's every single day. So make sure you hit that bell icon. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what's your favorite figure in this video. Which ones are you going to play the long game? Are you going to pass? Are you going to grab right away? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, check out our description for all of our sponsors and our MWC family. Of course, those guys all need the love. Make sure you go and check them out as well. And until the next video, guys, stay safe, stay tuned, and I will see you all there.